how can I face rejections? This is my favorite topic because I've written about it in my book, Street Smart Network Building. Anyway, I love this topic as well. So the first thing I do, the steps of handling any rejection, any kind of rejection, even a no. First thing is, number one is listen. I listen till the end. I won't interrupt. Even if I don't agree with the prospect, I know you don't agree with them, but don't interrupt. I just listen, smile, acknowledge. I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I hear you. I've been there. Always hear your prospect. Agree with your prospect. You know, I'm not saying I agree 100%, agree telling you right. No, I agree like I hear what you're saying. I really understand where you're coming from. Number two is, what makes you say that? Discover more. And number three, relate. Feel, felt, found. And then share a story. I know how do you feel. I exactly know how do you feel. When I was that time we presented this, I felt the same thing. I said to myself, I really don't have time for this because I'm working 12 hours a day. And I felt like if I kept doing what I'm doing right now, I'm not gonna, in 2 to 5 years, I'm not gonna go anywhere. So what I found is there's other people like me who was in my position and they made it successfully, they fired their boss. So I can do the same. I can share a story of an aircraft engineer who fired his boss. It depends upon the prospect sitting right next to me. If she's a mother, if she's a single mother, working mother, one lady worked in Abu Dhabi. This lady was from Sudan, the lady in Abu Dhabi, she was from Bangladesh. She was a school teacher and with an abusive husband. So I shared her story. That's how I connected these two stories together. They relate to each other. If someone is an engineer, I share a story of another engineer. If someone's a doctor, I share a story of another doctor. If someone is an employee, like he was like me, working like 12-hour schedule or 9 to 5, I share my own story. And also, if there's someone else in the same nationality or same culture, I'll share the same story. The way I signed up my supervisor in FedEx, he was from India. In fact, he was my enemy during my employment. He was my supervisor, always writing bad reports about me, always finding mistakes. He became my best friend, my brother, through this QNet. Why? Because we had something in common. And the way I signed him up, I just shared the story of my upline, because they're both from the same area. They're both from Kerala, from India. They can connect with each other. And I was the mediator between these two. I started the story, I hooked them up together, and the solution was I signed up Thomas. Step number 4 is a solution, which is close to action. Okay, after saying the feel, felt, found, okay, if I can show you a way that you can fit this business within your schedule, 15 hours a week, will you get started today with me or tomorrow? Will you commit to 15 hours a week for the first year to make an extra? And he told me you want to make $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month. So the solution question, if I can, will you do this? Okay. Some other simple way, if a new person. I'm so glad you said that. That's why. Okay. This is one way. I know this kind of strategy might work with someone who's a bit more advanced in the business. Let's say if you have a new downline or new person just got started and he's a bit shy. You know, he's not like the communicators type, right? This is the other simple way of any person, anyone can implement. I'm so glad you said that. That's why this business is perfect for you. We've got hundreds of people who were like you, engineers, and who said, like, we don't have time. And now they're very successful and earning a lot of money in this business. So share a story of a person that relates to your prospect. That's how it works.